Compost stew, food for plants.
Hi friends, it's Miss Wendy. Today we're going to talk about composting. Composting is a big word and it means to treat or help the soil. And why would we want to help the soil? Because we want to be able to have a really good soil or dirt for our plants. And we want to learn about how we can reuse things. And another word for use is recycle. Things in our home that mommies and adults use in the kitchen every day, or things throughout your house that can make your plants have nice, strong dirt. And if we eat healthy foods, it makes us strong. So if we make our dirt healthy and strong, it'll make our plants healthy and strong. So today we're going to make compost stew. And I've got my big pot, I've got my apron on, and I got my gloves. So I'm going to open up the lid, and some things that we can put in our compost to make strong soil. Let's see, we can put in those pumpkins when we're done with them. See, even the seeds, the whole pumpkin can go inside my pot. Also, now when we're outside, see these leaves? Look how big this one is. I have a whole bunch of leaves. So I'm going to add a basket of leaves to my compost soup, my stew. Also, what is this? Anybody know what this is? This is onion. I made actually soup last night, and this is my leftover garbage, which I would normally throw away, but I'm going to add it to my compost stew. So I have onions. This is some vegetables. I'm going to put a cup of vegetables. It's cabbage. I've got green and purple cabbage I'm going to add to my compost soup. Also, some other things from the kitchen. I had some old, does anybody know what this stuff looks? It's celery. So I'm going to add some celery to my compost. Here's a couple more celery sticks because they're kind of wilty, so I can't eat them. And then another thing that got old and I was normally thrown away are these orange things called carrots, right? See, I'm gonna add carrots to my compost soup. Oh my goodness, maybe stir up my soup. Let's stir it up. Look how good this looks. And then you can even put in coffee grinds, or these are tea bags. You can add some tea bags. And even the paper can go in, because this paper will break down into the soil and add extra nutrients, because paper is actually from trees. So, and speaking of trees, we've added leaves, but these come from trees. Pine cones, right, so we can add pine cones too. And this also comes from trees. You might see these falling on the ground now that the squirrels are gathering acorns. So I'm going to add acorns, nuts that you find. And also, this comes from a tree. These are little berries. You can add the berries. I can add the stem and the leaves. The whole thing's going in our soup. And what are these? You can find these outside too from the trees. The sticks. We're going to add sticks to our soup. And even some flowers. This flower is done being a flower. It's starting to die. And so this wilting flower can go in my stew, in my compost stew. And then these guys right here, I found these growing. These are wild mushrooms. And I'm going to add them to my compost soup. Alrighty, so here, what is this? They're egg cartons. We can't put the eggs inside of our compost stew, but we can put these things, the egg shells are really good for the environment, and we can crush them up and put them, see, these are all just the shells. We don't want to put any dairy, we don't want to put milk inside of our stew, we don't want to put meat inside of our stew, but you can put vegetables and fruits and eggshells into our stew. So I'm going to dump them all in there. We can't put the foods like the meats and cheeses and the dairy and the milk, because we don't want to attract animals to come and eat this. So we're going to stir up this compost stew. Oh my goodness, look at this. And so what I'll do is you want to put a lid on it and put it outside all winter long. It'll it'll just break down, and then in the springtime it should be all broken down into a soil, which is dirt, and you can add that ingredient to your flower pots, so your flowers or your vegetable garden will be extra healthy, and really that dirt will thank you, and our flowers and our plants will thank you for that yummy treat of the compost. And we want to make sure our world is eating healthy, and that our plants and our trees and our gardens are healthy. So I hope you enjoy making your compost stew.